Due to the outbreak of coronavirus, which has so far infected over 1,500 persons in Nigeria and killed thousands across the globe, the federal government of Nigeria announced the lockdown in Lagos and Ogun State, as well as the FCT. Apart from the lockdown, the government recommended ways at preventing the spread of the virus. These include good hygiene, frequent hand washing, and social and physical distancing, especially at public places. The federal government on April 1st relaxed the lockdown rules by announcing that shops and stalls selling food items, groceries, as well as other essential commodities would be allowed to open in state on the lockdown between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. On the 15th of April, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Malam Muhammad Musa Bello, reduced the number of market days to 2 from 3, saying residents have used the excuse of going to the markets to flout the lockdown directives. ITV News Wednesday visited Wuse Market to find out from residents whether or not the 2 market days is sufficient for them. The respondents say 2 days are not enough, as shopping has to be done in a rush while trying to beat the stipulated timeline of 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., coupled with the fact that they have to deal with the traffic gridlock as a result of everybody trying to go into the markets at the same time. They lament activities of pickpockets, whom they say have seized the opportunity to steal from buyers.
If they can make it that 3 days, at least for now, because of the situation we are in, it's still okay. But the 2 days is not sufficient, and the hourly base is still not sufficient. Instead of making this market Wednesday, Saturday, please let them make it every day, because this is coronavirus roaming around. It's also bad that in FCT, Wuse Market, that there are some robbers in here robbing people, removing people's phone.
This respondent, however, said the 2 days is enough, as it is a way of protecting the residents and curbing the spread of COVID-19.
Everywhere is choked up, and the market days is okay to prevent the spread of this COVID-19.
On the issue of social and physical distancing, they expressed worry over the influx of crowd in the markets, as against recommendations of health experts that a 2 meters distance be observed between persons.
You might have it in mind, but because of your activity, when you are rushing, you will even remember that you are not doing the social distance of 18 because you are rushing to meet up.
There will be lockdown. You must have a reason before entering market.
10% of the people here, I can say, complied to the use of the face mask.
Reacting to activities of pickpockets at the market, coordinator of the FCT COVID-19 Situation Room, Dr. Jumai Amodu, advised Nigerians to take responsibility in protecting their personal belongings.
People at home for long, the president and the team in their wisdom felt that they should just make it easy a bit for them to come and have their source of livelihood. In so doing, they have said they should be wearing our masks, which checks the public have used to really flatten their curve. So when you're coming out, take your own personal responsibility. Don't just say because government has asked you to come out, you'll be irresponsible to expose yourself. Do your face masks, and thankfully, even with your white handkerchief, you can make your own face mask with rubberin and use.
Despite recommendations by health experts that at least 2 meters distance be observed between persons to avoid the spread of coronavirus, which is usually circulated via droplets from cough or sneezing, many appear to have forgotten about the existence of coronavirus as markets are congested with people trying to buy and sell wares. From Wuse Market here in the FCT, I am Osawona Meibizugu, ITV News, Abuja.